rope run is perfectly straight, right? And this railing is not straight. You have to stay perfectly centered on it. Hey, Shadow Tash, nice to see ya. How you doing? I guess I'm something about a bird. Probably not, Barry, because the checkpoint is like far enough back that it's like you don't want to keep riding the elevator, you know? If you fail. It's not something that we would do in any percent anyway because it's so risky. As you can see by the fact that I failed like 5 times. No, that was not an angle that I like. Yo, let's go. Okay, we can actually proceed with the run now. I saved myself twice there by canceling his fall animation with a kneel. But sure, whatever. Now we can just go fail on Cage Puzzle, and all of that time is wasted. But whatever. All right, no more resets. That's it. That was the only place that we were gonna reset. Now we just live with whatever happens, and if it's bad, it's bad. Whatever. We take those two. Even just having that will give us a lot more flexibility than it might seem. But if Trico does the same as last week, where his animation isn't correct, you know, then there's really nothing we can do about it. And my theory, as I've said before, is that Trico's AI seed is based on your in-game clock, so since it was only last week, he might still be messed up, you know? Cage Puzzle, my old nemesis, tell me about it. So Snuggle % is like such a cozy run. Oh, you love to see it. You hate to see it, just kidding. I fell on my butt, which was great, and then the boy immediately wiggled onto the edge of the tree, which sucks because it prevented me from running like this. It like forced me to hold my hands out. But, so Snuggle % is cute and adorable and all, and it's wonderful. Except that Snuggle % has essentially all of the hardest things in the game for speedrunners. I'm not even gonna wait for her to lock onto the tree. I am literally just going to leave. That was lucky. I was willing to take the hit from her because I gambled that taking a hit from her was going to take less time than waiting for her to lock onto the tree. And I was correct. This time. What's her animation like here? That should probably be fine. I think she just locked into that. She committed to that animation. So yeah, she's leaving us alone. I dropped at a very specific time to make sure that she wasn't gonna follow me through the hole. So far so good. But yeah, we have to do Cage Puzzle. We have to do White Tower Skip. Hey, that's nice. Thank you, child, for not just running off of this for no reason. Appreciate that. Very cash money of you. Quick chain climb. And for some reason, that didn't look right in my brain. Hey, we landed. Double hand grip. Love to see it. Really couldn't ask for any better so far. So, Trico, you're really gonna do me in, aren't you? Oh, she missed! She's gonna pop here in a second. Doink! There she goes. Because she has to line up just right in order for her animation to do this. Sometimes it's really funny because she won't, like the AI won't quite work and she won't spin around to be ready for that, and so she'll just teleport across the screen. Hey, Ouija. Nice to see ya. How are ya? I just want to make it through cage puzzle. Like, I had like 2 minutes of gameplay where I still had Trico before this run started. And let's just say my expectations have been tempered by the way he was behaving. So this is not a bad place to be. Because the cage is over here, of course she's backing up, so she's making it so much worse. Stop. We wanted her to be as close to this side of the cliff as possible, so she has to take fewer steps in order to run into that door, but of course she backed up halfway across the arena. Cool. This is agonizingly long when you're speedrunning. You know? Like, it's always the same length. But same with, like, the ending cutscene, you know? It's like when you're flying around on the other Trico and everything and you're like, oh my god, can this just be over, please? Because you look at your time and you're like, oh, this is great, I'm so far ahead. Then you spend 7 minutes on cutscenes. Alright, so we're gonna reset checkpoint once Trico's down. Take an informal vote here, chat. Is Trico going to step in front of me to stop the cage from even getting over here? Or are we gonna get the cage over here and everything's gonna be great and then he's gonna fail to push it up onto the ledge because he pushes it sideways? My vote is on number 2 because that's the thing that costs more time. That's what he's gonna do. Hey Sandwich, nice to see you. Number 2. I mean, number 2 was what he did last week. So... And he hasn't done that for a long time. He's been a good boy here for a long time. He's gonna yeet me somehow. We have a secret third option. It doesn't super matter where my cage ends up here. I wouldn't mind this as a setup for him pushing me. That's not the worst. It doesn't matter because we're gonna reset the checkpoint and not be here anymore, but maybe like a little bit further to the left, but I'd vote number 2 if you're running poop %. Oh, that reminds me. I bet that Trico is going to poop during this run. Which is actually really, really important. Hear me out. If we're on a good pace, then I'm not gonna, like, obviously try to make it happen, but I think that Trico might poop. If he does, that's bad for our speedrun, but it's important for game knowledge, because that means that this save file has poop. Borf borf. Thank you. One more. Uh-huh. Thanks. Alright, I gotta focus. Remind me about poop in like 2 minutes. Alright. Trico has not stepped in front of me yet. And... nice. That's basically exactly where I wanted to be. So anyway, my point is, if we just have poop in this save file, it proves that it isn't calculated when you walk into the... Trico, stop. When you walk into the room, or even when you walk into, like, the area, you know? Okay, buddy. Come on. Trico. Trico, please. Hey. Trico. Bruh. Trico. Yep. Uh-huh. Yep. Thank you. Uh-huh. Good. Let's go, please. Oh, Trico, you're a champion. Way to go, man. Nope. Oh, don't get stuck on that. Thank you. Good job, Trico. Sadly, it did not give me the option not to break my leg. I was trying. So my point is, it tells us something very important about poop. Because, you know, it helps us understand. Ah, we got caught there on the end of it. Just trying not to break my leg again. That's alright. The momentum's kind of nice. If you go from the broken leg into it. It kind of breaks the game not to do that. So for the purposes of platinum percent, you know, knowing that poop isn't calculated right in the room where you're standing is valuable. But I don't know what that means for the rest of the game, you know? I don't know if that means that from the time I hit new game, it was fated that Trico would poop in this room if given enough opportunity. You know, I don't know. I don't know. I love the boy calling Trico when he's injured. He just sounds so much sadder. Oh, jeez. Oh, hole in one. Hole in one. Yes! Yes! Come on! No, no, no! Oh, that would have been sick. I mean, it was still really close. Child, please, grab the helmet. Hey, Aiden, nice to see you. Wasn't that, like, so close? That's actually a big time saver. That was almost perfect. In fact, I think that's the closest I've ever been to a hole-in-one in any speedrun, ever. Usually it's not even close. What's up, brah? Hello? Thank you. Oh, jeez. You started moving and it terrified me. Yeah, 21 seconds of flexibility we have here. Partially because of the hole-in-one, partially because of that railing run at the beginning. That bit going in the TAS, it is not going in the TAS, sadly, because we do have a perfect hole-in-one in the TAS. Which took me forever. And actually might not even be mine. I think maybe Walter beat me at some point. But it was close, for sure. So last week, Trico pooped at the top of these pillars once we got outside. So I'm going to try not to leave him alone. Because as much as it's cute that he poops, I really don't want to spend the time on it. And resetting the checkpoint doesn't help. Like, that's the whole point, right? In platinum percent, is that resetting the checkpoint lets you get the poop again if you miss the trophy. So... just resetting won't help. Alright, he's got both commands, it looks like. That's great. So I don't have to command him again in order to do this. He understands. We'll read his body language once he gets up here and we'll see what he wants to do, rather than attempting to confuse him. Yeah, okay, he doesn't understand. This one he basically never understands. And yet, here he goes. Okie dokie. Good job, Trico. I'll take that. That was a little bit more downward facing than I might like. This is fine. I would so much rather him ask permission than go backwards. So. You good? You got it? No, you're confused. You good? You should spin. Yep, okay, he's got it. He's got it. Alright, take some steppies. Steppies, please. Thank you. You good? Yep. Alright, I really don't want him to poop out here. Time for sniff sniff. He didn't do too bad that time. Ugh. Aiden, you've just instilled a fear in me of this place. Alright, so I'm gonna try to stick really close, and I'm basically not gonna take my eye off of him. Because, yeah, I don't want him to poop. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Coming. I don't think he has the space anymore. He shouldn't have sufficient flat ground, so... Some week, when we're not 21 seconds ahead, we can check. Oh god. Trico, jeez. But seriously, Aiden, ever since that happened to you, I think I'm more afraid of that than I am, like, any of the blind jumps or, you know? Like the blind fall out of the second of the two towers at the end doesn't even faze me compared to just Trico jumping up into that hole. That spot is cursed for me. I wish that we still had the clip somewhere. Like, maybe we do. Also, I am 100% not going to jump off of Trico's head here. Technically, it's faster, but if you die... I mean, if you die, it kind of ends up being the same, but... Let's just kind of bank what we have, you know? At least until we get to White Tower Skip, because I was struggling last week. I don't know how fast Yusha got it. I'm assuming he got it on like the first or second try. But okay, we get a little bit of a breather. There's basically two things, well, three things, that could still mess us up fairly severely. Which are White Tower Skip, obviously. That could mess anybody up significantly. Hold on, Trico, I'll pull it out at Nom Noms, and Trico actually going to sleep. Because Trico did pretty good last week with going to sleep, aside from going in the wrong direction. And I haven't actually tested whether my method of not making him go the wrong direction works. But even with him going the wrong direction, we saved a ton of time, so... You're just gonna land on me. There we go. That's pretty good. Now we get a cute little rest spot. Hi, buddy. Yoink. 54 seconds ahead. You love to see it. And I wonder if that's partially because We had poop there before. My finger slipped off the start button. Never in my life did I think I would be intentionally trying to get Trico not to poop. Alright. Break time. Now, if we could just really nail it down with Mind Skip, that would be great. Because that gives me more flexibility to mess up White Tower Skip. Which is weird, because that's not usually something I mess up, but just lately it's been kind of wonky. Did anybody do anything fun over the weekend? Anything exciting? What did we even do? Played more Octopath Traveler, I guess. Octopath Traveler 0. We just passed 100 hours in it, and I truly did not expect the game to be that long. Typical JRPG, you know, I'm expecting 40, 50 hours. And we haven't, like, putzed around, really. I mean, we've done all the side quests, but... I've been using your video to try for the all talked out trophy. It's a lot trickier than I thought it would be, for sure. Like... That's why when people are watching my platinum percent, you know, like, it's difficult to articulate how much I have to be paying attention. It is really hard to get those hints, you know? Because it looks most of the time like I'm just sitting there doing nothing, but I'm actually doing, like, a lot to get those hints to show up. Honestly, kind of the worst trophy ever, if I'm being honest. Played Lego The Hobbit on Steam Deck. I told Husbando about the Steam Deck, by the way. I told him what you said. So maybe we'll, like, ask for one for Christmas this year. And I even have the book to help me, right? Yeah, the book is helpful in that it gives you, like, specific time, duration things, and all that kind of stuff. But sometimes it's just... I think a big thing with hints, and you probably see that in, like, the video guide as well, is that sometimes you do everything right and it still just doesn't work. And so from there, getting the hint comes down to game knowledge. Ooh, he stepped over that pillar. Didn't hesitate. Very nice. Right, so, like, I don't know if you've gotten to the point in the video where you're at the pendulum puzzle, and I just, like, could not get it to trigger. And so I left it in the video, in the guide. Like, I spent, like, 30 minutes trying to get this to trigger. Of course, I cut it down to only be, like, 2 minutes. But understanding how the game functions is kind of the essential next step for when a hint doesn't trigger, and that's a lot of time what people are missing, you know? Which is why I made the guide. Such a great piece of hardware. I'm increasingly being swayed, you know? Because like I said, when it first came out, we had a pre-order, and then we canceled it. Is there only, like, one Steam Deck? Or is it, like, Switch, where it's like, there's a Switch, and now there's a Switch Lite, or whatever, and now there's a Switch 2, and Switch XL? I don't know. I don't know very much about Switch. We have a basic Switch, and that's always been enough. Okay. Even if we lose this run to something, it's fine. It's cool, but also, if we could not do that, that'd be cool. Thanks, Trico. You're very sweet. Can you add, like, if you buy one with a specific storage size, can you add, like, a card? Whoopsie, that's too early. Alright. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Trico's pooping. There's nothing I can do about this, I don't think. Thanks, Trico. That's not where he pooped last time. Okay, at least he still seems to be functioning like this. I was hoping that if I continued to look at him there, you know, I could cancel him out of it, but that's one of the few locations where Trico doesn't mind if you're looking at him, if he poops. But whatever, we didn't lose that much. I opened that door, right? Oh, that was so close. I mean, I don't expect to get this. This is just like a, ooh, happy accident kind of thing. There's mine skip. Honestly, huge. God, I'm building up White Tower skip so much now. I just have to not think about it. Like, I've done White Tower skip literally, like, I can't necessarily say thousands, but easily more than 1,000 times. I have done it. Like, might take me a couple tries, but we can do it. My fingers know how to do it. That was a really nice skip, though. Come on, Trico! Climb faster! Yeah, it has an SD slot? Okay. So that's not the worst as far as, like, storage then. Thank you. Alright. Oh, whoops. I should have fixed my splits. Those two should have been split differently, but I didn't. Alright, White Tower skip is the next split. We gotta get through this fight first, though. Trico, please let me through. Let me through. What are you doing, dude? Can't see. Well, hey, we got a super jump onto there, so that's cool. Christ, get up here. Well, that certainly could have been better, but in the grand scope of things, it's like 2 seconds. Who cares? There's no sense in calling Trico. They're awake. You don't need to call Trico until right here. Okay, we'll get this guy going. Ooh, we actually got him even. Alright, Trico's gonna not kill these guys, because that's just the kind of cool dude he is. No, I don't want to... I don't want pet Trico. Ooh. Where's this guy? He's not dead either. Alright, well, hey, we got that one. And Trico got that one. Good job, buddy. Come on. Let's chill. Let's go, let's go, let's go. It's not the worst. It's kind of the sort of fight you expect from him. Alright, he's got to go scream at the sky about things. Which, honestly, mood. Yeah, you got this. Go. Ugh, I'm almost tempted to just not drop from him. We'll kind of play it by ear. We'll see what he gives us. I'm a little far forward. I'm not gonna correct it right now. What are we looking like? How are we looking like? That should be fine. Whoa! Fuck! I died, I believe. Rico pushed me off the edge. I don't know if you saw. I'm not far enough for a checkpoint. That was why I wasn't sure I wanted to drop off Trico. Yeah, so we'll be back here. Which isn't actually that far back. Like he's about to make this jump again. But it, yeah, it sucks. So when Trico spun his feet toward me, he pushed me off the edge. Because there's not collision there, like right then. Ooh, and I am like not in a good place either. I'm on his chest. So I can't see. Alright, he's pretty centered. Alright, we're just gonna take this. Don't worry, just even if the time gets down to 0 that we've saved, we still have like a very large chunk right at the end, so. We have worked to earn this save in order to be able to cash in that save, if that makes sense. Alright, first try White Tower skip is honestly huge in mitigating that time loss. So yeah, it kinda sucks. That would have been a real banger time if Trico hadn't killed me. But very smooth White Tower skip. Shame low to lose our perfect run, you know? But still, being almost a minute ahead at this point, that's much better than I would have hoped for to have still considered it a good run. Like, I would have been happy with like 10 to 15 seconds ahead at this point. So... I actually played it a little risky there, staying close to the edge. Sometimes when they grab you, the fall animation can like cancel out their grab and you can just die. Do I go for the thing? I do not think so. Do I? No. Do I? I have like a minute to decide. If I do, and I die, It's not that far. Like, the loading screen is further than the distance that we have to go in order to try again. So the loading screen is like the main time lost. If I don't try, I have to wait for Trico to jump, which is fine because it's not actually that much slower. The problem is that when Trico gets over there, it's really easy to die. And then if you die, your setup is bad anyway, you know? Because I'm gonna be on his leg. I think we're not gonna do it, because last week I did it twice and then got it on the third time. Because it just kind of comes down to like whether the boy decides he's gonna grab or not. And sometimes you can even break your leg there, even though you haven't landed on it. Just a physics thing. Alright, just gonna be careful with that. Okay, not super what I wanted. The boy kind of ping-ponged off the wall, but that's alright. It wasn't bad either. And we were able to walk right off the front, so... yeah, I think I'll just bring Trico with me. And we'll just be careful on the drop down. That should be good. Here you go. Can you pull me up, buddy? This animation took a second longer than it should have. So over there in the background is where the Firefly Garden is. It's just not there yet because of the time of day. Camera spin. Alright, come on, Trico. You're coming with me, so do this right, please. You understand? Let's go. Step forward. Step forward, please. Yeah, and I want to be around the outside. A little bit higher. And I'm gonna jiggle a bunch, but I should be safe to drop. Wings out. Nope. That was incorrect, buddy. Yep, you got it. Alright, so we had to take an extra second there for that command, which kind of sucks, but he should have it. Which is still going to end up saving us time. He misunderstood the first one. He was going to go backwards. But yeah, now he's doing the fly, so... I didn't actually lose time there. I just didn't split because I was focused. I mean, we lost, you know, probably 7 or 8 seconds doing it that way instead of getting the thing, but... Hey, man. No scream. No scream, please. No scream. Here you go. Here you go, buddy. Honey, I need you to do this. Please. Thank you. Here you go. Bro. Christ, this is like the worst. Oh, is he gonna do it though? Oh, look at you, Trico. Thankfully, I didn't have to give him that command. Sometimes he does it on his own. Sometimes he has to wait for you. Right, so far so good. Alright, I thought I was gonna tap that guy. That causes a whole new host of problems. If you tap that guy going past him. There's a guy behind me. It's fine. We're gonna really make sure that this gets to where it needs to go. Okay, Trico should be essentially ready. He should basically meet me out here. Yep. So this should hopefully proceed like normal, barring any issues with going through their legs. That would be the main concern. I mean, that and the minecart jump, obviously, but usually you can tell when that one's gonna be a problem, so. Break me free, thank you. I'm gonna kick the camera to regain control of myself earlier than I should. I'm not gonna risk this jump. Like, we're just gonna do it the way that we should. Let's get him down into the corner. Tail. That was a nice pull. We should already be through the door. Okay, and we made it through. Her tail kinda is gonna mess me up. Draco, move, please. Draco, move, 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 move. Okay. We're okay. Draco almost kicked me off the side again. I don't need to be, like, dropping off of this thing before the cutscene. That's fine. Yikes, right? That was pretty close. Alright, and that's pretty solidly on Trico's back. So we should be safe here. I have no concept of what Trico's spear situation is right now. He just got hit with another one, because of course he did. Thanks, dude. I'm gonna go for this one instead of the one in the middle of his back, because it's possible I could still pull the one in the middle of his back. Does it still exist? Are there any spears? I don't super see spears. That could be great, or it could come back to ruin this entire run. I mean, he didn't really have very many spears when we started, so that was a weird way for that cutscene to play out. Alright, we'll grab this. We'll grab this. I am actually... okay, yep, there it is, there it is. Okay, we need to take a quick look. We might just be resetting. Let me out, let me out, let me out. Spear, 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 spear. Okay, he has a spear. He has a spear, so I'm gonna risk the entire run on that being okay. Because if it wants me to pull 2 spears, he doesn't have 2 spears that I can see. And so we would just have to reset this entire checkpoint, but at least now we know. Yeah, okay. It's in his leg. I don't see this one that was in his back that I intentionally left there for exactly this purpose, but... Okay. He should have been locked into eating that barrel. I didn't actually really consider that. Whether he could have dropped the barrel in order to shoot, but nah. He should have been locked into the animation, it looks like it, so... Child. Fast chain climb, please. Alright, let's look down to despawn that stuff. 1... 2... And let's be really careful and make sure we land on Trico. I suppose I will pull the spear just because I'm right here. It's a little risky to do that instead of at the end, but... Buddy, come on. One more. And then after we give this one, we should just see the camera kind of jolt, and that'll be our indication that we're Gucci. Donk. Kick me the camera. Yep. Beautiful. I don't know where our time went for the thing. Yeah, like Trico disobeyed once, but I don't really know what the problem was. Regardless, we're still ahead, and we have a massive save baked into this final split, so... Like, this final split is not going to take us that long. Presuming that Trico goes to sleep. But like I said, I haven't actually tested this method of getting Trico to where I want him to go, so it's possible it's not going to work. Alright, Treeks, let's finish strong, buddy. You really gorfed me at White Tower, so do me a solid and do this correctly, would you? Am I on Trico? Yes. That was confusing. Alright, thankfully we can basically just let him do this on his own. It really, like, the only remaining, like, true skill execution thing is just the sleeping at the end. Which, to be fair, could be a very big problem. There was, I don't remember what marathon it was, when I did Snuggle, and just could not get Trico to sleep. Like, eventually I just had to tell them, like, haha, Trico's not gonna go to sleep, you can move on to the next run. Like, he just would not sleep. So... It might have actually... I missed that. Now that I'm thinking about it, it might have actually been Bits for Bites with Sancho. Where I just, like, couldn't get him to sleep. And Sancho had to go, like, eat lunch or something. And I was like, hey man, just go ahead. This isn't gonna happen. Okay, so I'm gonna intentionally stay on his back because, for once, during this section, he is actually gonna take me to where I want to go. Normally we would be on his head so that we can jump off and go, like, an opposite direction of him. But I want to be on his back, not just because I don't want to do that, but because where he's taking me is high enough that when I jump off of him, if I jump from his head, I'm gonna break my knees. As you do. So, I want to be on his back. Because yes, now his head is in the way, and that's really annoying. Jesus Christ, Trico, you nearly killed me. Trico nearly pushed me into the abyss. That game's gonna load. Because it's like, why are you going this way? Please? Alright, hopefully he understood. It's always hard to get him to, like, understand this specific command. Yep. Good, good. Good job, Trico. Good job. Good job, buddy. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Nope, 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 nope. See, this is what's hard here. This way, dude. Because again, you're not supposed to be going this way. So, and again, I'm gonna be on Trico's back because it's gonna give me a free shot over here. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. You understand? Okay, I think he's got it. But I really need to be in a very specific spot in order to get him to do what I want to do here. Alright, now the instinct is to hop down right away. But yeah, see, he's gonna do that. Look at me. Look at me. Look at me. Look at me. Yep. Good job, buddy. Good job. Stop. Look at me. Yep. Good job. Good job, Trico. You got this, man. You got this. Turn this way. This way, buddy. This way. Come on. Easy. One step. Don't sit. Head. Pets. Big yawn. Alright, chat. Send all your sleepies. Make Trico go sleepy. Sleepy Trico! Here we go. Get down, child. Just get off Trico. Get off Trico. Time. Yo. 2.5 minutes saved. Sleepy Trico! Alright, let me see what the former world record is because that absolutely beat it, but... Speedrun.corn. A real shame that we couldn't cash in on the hole-in-one because Trico, killed me. Like, this would have been literally like an immaculate run if Trico hadn't killed me at White Tower. But it's cool. There's still a little bit of save in here, not nearly as much. But this was certainly good. So let's see. World record was 56:24, and we now have a 54:12. We've done it! New world record by more than 2 minutes. And this category is now very tight. Like I said, you could squeeze some more out of this, but remember that part of the save was both mine skip, which was successful and almost never is, and almost a hole-in-one at cage, which is honestly huge because that's not something you can do on purpose, you know? So, anywho, here's Mr. Trico in his lovely firefly garden. Isn't that exciting? So, I am obviously happy with that. We've got a new world record reclaimed. And let's see who we're gonna raid. Because then I am going to get back to work. We might go to Ruby again just because, you know, Team Eco, etc. Let me make sure that I think Ruby has just started recently. Doing, yeah, 14 minutes ago. Currently doing just chatting. Ruby is still doing a marathon. So, still a little room for improvement. Yep, still a little bit you could eke out of there. Because, yeah, like, you're not... Odds are you're not gonna get the near hole-in-one at cage. But the near hole-in-one at cage is still not faster than the time I lost by Trico killing me at White Tower. You know? So there's a little bit more to squeak out of here if you want to really grind it down. Not much, but they're using these strats. There is still more in here. So anyway, say hi to Ruby when you get over there. And I'll be back on Thursday for more boat game, which you all still inexplicably want. I mean, I'm not going to complain, but... so yeah, boat game on Thursday. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. Appreciate all of you. Sorry Mort's not on camera. You know, all of the reptiles are doing their winter hibernation, so... Let's say hi when you get over there. Have a wonderful day, everybody, and I will see you later. Bye!